Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 and another episode in this series with Barcelona. I think we're up to sort of 38 now in this series where we're trying to replace Sir Alex Ferguson as the best manager of all time. But unfortunately last time it didn't go too well. A 2-1 defeat to our bitter rivals Real Madrid got us off to a poor start, but we did recover to beat Sporting Lisbon 1-0 and qualify for the Champions League group stage, top of the group. We're actually taking on Porto next, so I'm pretty confident we will get through against Porto. So I might actually just keep on playing until we get to the Champions League quarterfinals, because then we can slow down and enjoy the run to the end of the season. So it could well be that we go from today's episode where we'll take on Real Madrid and potentially someone else in the final. If we just have a look, Villarreal or Real Sociedad, this is really the final between Barcelona and Real Madrid. If we win that game and win the trophy, we could be looking at potentially April, maybe this Real Madrid game, because it's a Real Madrid-Atletico doubleheader. It depends how close the league title is at that point. But we could have a nice long break before the next one. So since the last episode, we have got back to goal scoring and winning ways. A 7-1 victory over Alaves. Now Alaves obviously up in the top four, but Severo was player of the match in this one, which is a little bit unfair on Antoine Griezmann, who got 3 assists and a goal. But Barrow bringing the ball forward, 6th minute of the game, Griezmann in and Mbappe with the clear finish. He was the World Player of the Year with a golden ball in January. Mbappe down to Griezmann, cut inside, got the finish. Griezmann very good this year. He then had another assist, Laporte's goal off the crossbar, off the post and in. And then Alaves did get a goal back. It came out to Martin after a tackle, put the ball in, and Carlos Fernandez with the header. But then another corner from Griezmann, another assist. This one came to Severo, who won the European Golden Boy Award. Griezmann, another ball in, came out to Aouar. Griezmann back in, and Skriniar with the header. We also had the 3 best players in France, the French Best Footballer Award. Barrow to Severo, who got the finish. That was won by Mbappe. It also had Aouar and Griezmann in the top 3, and Messi there becoming the oldest goal scorer in Barcelona history. And what a way to do it. A beautiful little run and a stunning finish across the goalkeeper to make it 7-1. A very nice way for him to reach that record. Another record for Lionel Messi at Barcelona. We then got another good win, this time against Celta Vigo. Griezmann, these corners just keep on working for us. Griezmann really, really good with his dead ball delivery from the corner. Gudmine then charging forward, whipped it past an out of position goalkeeper. Excellently done. Good inspiration from him. Dest then attacking down the right, stayed on his feet after the tackle, set up Aouar, and a beautiful finish from him, arriving at the right time. We then did concede a goal. It was Kavaki with the effort, or Kaunaki. But then Mbappe stealing the ball, charging forward, and then good awareness to find Severo, who did get the finish. And then again, pressing them at the back, Hugo Marlow sending it back, but Severo getting the ball first before the goalkeeper and slotting it home. And then late on, 5 minutes to go, they did get another goal back. Again, Kaunaki involved, finding Malero, and he got the goal for 5-2. But 2 for Severo today. Another goal for Mbappe on the score sheet. And then we followed that up with a 4-0 win against Atletico Bilbao. Or Athletic Bilbao. I can never quite remember whether it's Athletic or Atletico with Bilbao. But Griezmann winning the ball, high determination from him. Severo through to Mbappe. And it was Griezmann who got his own reward for following up on a good setup from himself. Griezmann then losing the ball, Skriniar won it back, dinked it in, Uriah away, but only as far as Mbappe on the volley, past the goalkeeper, 2-0. Mbappe starting to look like the player we know he is. Aouar then put the ball over the top, Severo in behind, and then under the keeper for 3-0. And then in the second half, just the 1 goal, Laporte from a corner, Griezmann with the assist, and a nice 4-0 win. We then had a friendly with Inter Milan that we did win 5-1, no major concerns in that one. And then we continued that good form with an absolute annihilation of Levante. Levante, of course, were 3rd in the league table, but Griezmann put another corner in, Laporte with the header. Griezmann with the penalty to make it 2-0. And then less than a minute later, the goalkeeper sending it forward, but cut out by Dembele, who charged in and had the composure to make it 3. So 2 goals in a minute there. Then they did get one back, header from Batshuayi over the goalkeeper for 3-1. But Dembele with a corner, Griezmann off the pitch, and Fati, Griezmann's replacement, making it 4. They were down to 10 men at that point, so a comfortable win for us. And if we have a look at the league table, you'll see we're currently 2 points ahead of Real Madrid. It has become a 2-horse race. Levante have fallen back. We've beaten them. Real Madrid have beaten them. And they've just started to slip back a bit. Atletico Madrid very much out the running on 34 points. They're 14 behind us. So now it's a 2-horse race between us and Real Madrid. This is what we expected coming to La Liga. We did expect them to be pulling ahead compared to where they were last season and really challenging us for the title. So it's important that we can deal them a big blow, because after losing to them in the last game, they've been on a good winning run. And I'm changing the team up a little bit for this one. We're going to have Severo and Mbappe with Fati and Dembele on the wing, Barra Noir, and then Windal, Laporte, Skriniar and Dest in defence, Ter Stegen in goal. And I'm very hopeful that we can get some revenge over Real Madrid. I have such a good record against Real Madrid in my time at Barcelona. You can see they've gone for a more traditional front three here with Vinicius Jr., Hazard, Pedrinho and Rodrigo up top, Ruben Neves and Hamed Jr. Traore in midfield, then Emerson, Stones, Varane and Odriozola. It's a good team from Real Madrid. They certainly seem to be doing a lot better than last season, so this is a really important match just to get that superiority back in our thinking. But it's a free kick here for Ruben Neves in a really good position, and he has found the goal. They do seem to be getting good results from their set pieces against us, Real Madrid, and it's symptomatic of our failure. If you look back through a lot of the goals we've conceded this season, they do tend to come from set pieces. We've scored a lot from set pieces, so I don't know why we're unable to defend them. Maybe we just like seeing goals from set pieces. But Windal with the long throw comes out to Barrow. Now out to Windal again. He's got 2 in the middle. He looks for Severo. It's blocked off, cleared away, and Barrow unable to rescue a chance for us. But we are being outplayed by Real Madrid at the moment. Aouar though with a corner into Mbappe, but it's Laporte who gets there first. And 2 goals from set pieces now in this match, 1 each, all square. Laporte with the header here. It was Aouar on the corner with Griezmann out, and he got to the header there, Laporte, really nicely to power it past the goalkeeper, Lunin today, who's in ahead of Courtois. And we are now back on level terms. But Odriozola looking to create something for Real Madrid. Back to Varane. Neves and Varane playing it between them. Ball over the top. And Windal does get there. Now Fati. Living dangerously. Ter Stegen should pull this one out wide. He's just hanging on to it instead. Now Skriniar to Laporte. Barrow back to Laporte again. He's going down the left and he's lost it to Traore. Rodrigo gets in. He's past the defender, but Ter Stegen did well, staying on his feet, not rushing forward and letting Rodrigo hit it straight at him from tight angles. So we have survived a defensive lapse there. We seem to be getting on top of the game a little bit more, but the highlights are all going in Real Madrid's favour at the moment. Ruben Neves pulling the strings in midfield. Emerson sends it back to Lunin. Varane goes back the same. A little triangle, or a diamond now. And it's worked forward to Emerson. Back inside to Ruben Neves. John Stones out to Vinicius Jr. Little tiki-taka football from Real Madrid here. Not what you expect to see from them. But they are doing well with it. And Vinicius Jr. on the run has put it just wide of the post. But you can see the danger of this Real Madrid team, and it looks like we're just not really at the races today. And another set piece goes in, and Eden Hazard with it. It's an assist for Ruben Neves. Again, the set pieces absolutely major in this game, and we really aren't playing that well. Pedrinho put the ball in, Ruben Neves' header, and Hazard instinctive lunge in the 6-yard box got the goal. He scored against us in the last match we played against Real Madrid, where we were defeated. But this is really poor by the team. We are just not up to scratch at this point. But it does look like we have been edging the game, so maybe in the second half, if we just try and G the team up. That's not worked particularly well at half time. Demand a little bit more. Dest with the long throw. Ball goes in. Varane away. Aouar to Dembele. Switched across. It's cleared out to Aouar again. Chance not over. Dembele to Mbappe. He's been absent today, but Dest taking it to the byline. Just loses out, and now Emerson trying to bring it away. Vinicius Jr. boxed in. Tries to clear it. Good header by Windal. Now Dembele cutting inside, and he's put it wide. And you expect more there from Dembele. Lunin, though, out 2 stones. Real Madrid do seem a little bit rattled. Ball out to Emerson. Now Hazard. Back to Neves. Switched out to the other side with Odriozola. Ruben Neves gives it away to Dembele. He can charge through again. Have another chance. He's in again. But Lunin with the save. We're going to have to make some early changes here because Dembele's not having a great time of it. Griezmann can come on, and Fati also not having a good time. So bring Pedri on and see what they can do. But the ball slipped through here to Mbappe. He's got players in the middle if he can pick them out. Instead, it comes off the Real Madrid defender and out for a corner. The team reacting well to the half-time team talk, but we need a little bit more from them. I'm going to tell them to try and get creative because the hour mark has now gone. Dembele had a terrible game out there. Phone from Emerson. Comes to Hazard. Now Emerson back to Hazard again. Pedri goes in for the tackle but can't keep the ball. Pulled back, and Ruben Neves off the crossbar. He is everywhere today, Ruben Neves. Got a corner though. Aouar puts it in. Skriniar's header, and it's Pedri with the finish. He was standing on the near post, and after Skriniar's header, Pedri just had to divert it past the defender and goalkeeper. Really good instinctive awareness from him. Skriniar's header and Pedri there just lifting it over the defender on the line to make it 2-2. And we are back in this match now. We just need to keep going for a little bit longer. If we take Severo off, we can bring Esposito on. And maybe he can start living up to his 120 million price tag. Oh, and there it is. We've got it. It's another set piece. Aouar with the ball in, and an excellent turnaround here. 5 goals from set pieces in this game. Not what you expect of an El Clasico, but it doesn't matter to me. We're 3-2 up against Real Madrid. A really important header there from Laporte has given us the advantage, and now we are 10 minutes away from an important win over Real Madrid. But Odriozola trying to come back. Big tackle there. Comes back, and oh, that's an excellent tackle. Mbappe found. Now Griezmann cutting inside, finds Esposito. We need a finish, and he's hit it straight at Lunin. Esposito not really living up to the hype this season so far. And Hazard now can launch the counter-attack for Real Madrid. It goes out to Rodrigo. He beats the defender Dest with a big tackle. No penalty. Rodrigo still going. Now Hazard out to the right-hand side, and Vinicius Jr. has managed to turn it in, and our lead barely lasting a few minutes. Finally a goal comes from open play. It was nice bit of football from Real Madrid, but questions got to be asked of Esposito not taking the chance on the far side. The defence leaving a man so open on the 6-yard line is absolutely unforgivable, and we now just have 5 minutes to try and get a win against Real Madrid. But it's another set piece. Isco short this time to Gabriel Barbosa. Out to Isco again. He comes into the box and it's gone in. Ruben Neves has scored. He has absolutely run the show today. Aouar and Barrow basically may as well not have been on the pitch. And an excellent finish really from Ruben Neves. And he has single-handedly won this game for Real Madrid, not just with that goal, but his performance all day. The former Wolves player, it really has been an absolutely classic El Clasico. It's not over yet. 5 minutes to go as Gabriel Barbosa attacks from the right hand side. We are on very attacking, so gaps will emerge. Ter Stegen punches it behind for a corner, but not encouraging that it's Real Madrid on the attack in added time at the end of this game as Isco takes his time over the corner. Skriniar away, and Emerson just has to keep the ball now as Esposito gives away the foul. 4 minutes of time left. Another free kick for Real Madrid, which Isco will no doubt take and no doubt drag out for quite some time. This could be a really long period of added time here in terms of highlights. Ter Stegen has claimed the ball though. Just a couple of minutes left to see out for Real Madrid, and they have done it. really, really, really disappointing, because not only have we lost to Real Madrid, we have also given up the chance of another Spanish Super Cup. We did win it last time out, but this time it has slipped through our fingers. So it won't be one of those seasons where we've won absolutely everything. And unfortunately, the team just not really good enough in this game. So just looking ahead to the matches we have coming up, I think we can maybe play the Real Sociedad game. And then just look ahead, because there's not a huge amount of big games now until we come to Real Madrid again. So I think we'll just do the Real Sociedad game in this episode, so you can see at least some La Liga action live, and then we'll probably go ahead to this Real Madrid Atletico Madrid double header, possibly ahead to the Champions League quarterfinals if the league's starting to look pretty sewn up by that point. But given how well Real Madrid are playing, that is not a given. Well, no surprises that Real Madrid did go on to win the Spanish Super Cup, but hopefully we can restrict them to only winning that by taking the Copa del Rey, La Liga and the Champions League for a good treble. But we need to get back to really good form in the league. We haven't been doing too badly lately, but you can see Real Madrid game ahead of us and a point ahead of us in the league. So a few changes to the team. We've got Mbappe and Severo at top, with Griezmann and Dembele on the wings, then Goodmine and Barrow down the middle. Windal, Laporte, Skriniar, Dest and ter Stegen are the usual defensive unit. But it's really the rotation in attack that we need to work on. There's a question of whether we've got too many really, really good superstars in this team, because we just don't seem to be working as well as we should. And Mbappe's certainly not getting as many goals as he maybe should be. Esposito's been poor since we signed him, which is a real shame, because I do value him quite highly. As Severo is played in behind, and Severo has scored his 17th of the season. He has been consistent again this year. He got 30 odd last season, and he's on track to do something similar this season, which isn't bad when the club has spent 270 million on strikers that he's now got to compete with. But he did a very good job there, running in outside of the boot finish past the goalkeeper to make it 1-0. And as it stands, that does put us back on top of the league table. But Esposito not on the bench today because he does have an injury. So Messi is on there if we do need to bring a striker on. Matthias Henrique could also come on. Fati's available. Pedri's available. A few of those youngsters with Todibo and Lorenzo also there. But at the moment we are in control of this game, but a 1-0 margin, never brilliant, as Dest plays Severo in behind again. Good save by Rulli in goal to keep out Severo from his second of the game. Griezmann though with the corner. Laporte's header this time does go over the bar. I think Laporte's got about 7 goals this season, all from corners that Griezmann has put in. Griezmann's assist rate must be off the chart this season. But we are pretty much through to full time. It's a reasonably comfortable game at this point, but we've had quite a few of those types of games this season and gone on to lose them, so hopefully that doesn't happen today. Laporte to Windal. Back to Laporte. Ball played out to ter Stegen. Now, 1 point from that Real Madrid match is whether we should be switching to a cautious mentality when we're ahead. I feel like it doesn't really work, or at least it works about as often as it doesn't work. As Dembele there bends a beautiful goal, trying to catch up with our centre-back Laporte in the goal-scoring charts this season, but that's a beautiful little finish, cutting inside for a change. He's a positional winger. And Severo there teed up Dembele, good drag inside, and Rulli could not reach that as it bent past him. But I would say that when we switch to a cautious mentality, about half the time it will see us through the line, and about half the time we lose. I mean, it's not as obvious, not as clear cut as that, but I don't obviously go too cautious very often. And when we do just stay on attacking, we do seem to see the game out because we keep scoring goals. The opposing team can't afford to go too attacking because they will be caught out by our attacking mentality. So I just think it makes sense to leave it here as Goodmine scores an absolute screamer. His 6th goal of the season for a rotation player is not bad. He's scored a few absolute worldies this season, and that is another one. Beautiful play, picks it up himself as well. One big touch, another to set himself, and then in off the underside of the bar. that is exactly what you love to see as a Barcelona fan. And we are now 3-0 up. So I might stop using that cautious mentality. I might just take the risk and hope that we get a few more goals, because that is how I prefer to play football, or prefer to watch football, rather than just a team sit on a 2-goal advantage. I like to see teams go out and try and get a few more goals and really punish the opposition instead of just collect the 3 points and move on. So I think that's the approach that I'm going to use going forward. It seems to be working in this game. We're 3-0 up. They haven't had a shot on target yet. Be interested to see if they manage to pull one off by the end of the game. They looked very tired. They have managed to get one shot on target, but not enough to cause us any problems, and we should see this out for a nice 3-0 win. So a very good performance from the team. We bounce back from that Real Madrid defeat and take our place back at the top of the table where we belong. So that will be it for today's episode. As I said, we're going to jump ahead quite a long time again, probably to April or at least late March. So a couple of months ahead. I'm not looking to sign anybody in the transfer window. We don't have the budget to do it really. And there's no players that I'm interested in. So we'll just leave this superpower Barcelona team behind at the end of the season once we finish this one out. So if you have enjoyed this episode, do drop a like down below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. But until next time, see ya.